All right, we are going to call the open session to order at 7:05. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Ms. Wilkin, could you lead us in the pledge, please?
Ready, salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next up is approval of the agenda. I have a couple of corrections, and that is on item B, board members present. The student rep, Lila Navarro, is not with us tonight, so Ileana Navarro is here with us tonight, so, because your name's not Lila. So with that as a correction, there's Ileana. And also on item C, number 5, the litigation settlement. There were actually 2 litigation settlements. One is listed here with a case number 202-508-0379. There was also another one that did not have a case number and it wasn't listed on here. So we took action on 2 items under item 5, one with a case number, one without a case number. And that is the only corrections I have. Dr. Rich, anything? Nothing, all right. So with that, I need a motion to approve the agenda as corrected.
I move that we approve the agenda as written. Correct.
Corrected. All right, we have a motion by member Gattuso, seconded by member Valadeo to approve the agenda as corrected. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried unanimously. Any member of the public that wishes to request an item be placed on our regularly scheduled agenda may do so by presenting that item to the superintendent at least 2 weeks prior to a regularly scheduled board meeting. And if it's within our purview, we will consider it for a future meeting. If there's anybody here tonight that wishes to comment on any item that is on tonight's agenda, may do so when that agenda item comes before us. All you need to do is come up to the podium. Please identify yourself, and you'll have 3 minutes to speak on that agenda item. If there are multiple speakers on that agenda item, you will have a total of 20 minutes per agenda item. If there's anybody here tonight, excuse me, that wishes to address the board on a non-agenda item, you may do so in a couple seconds here. You can go up to the podium, please identify yourself. You'll have 3 minutes to speak. If there are multiple speakers on the same non-agenda item, you'll have a total of 20 minutes for that non-agenda item. And there could be multiple non-agenda items, but if there's multiple speakers on one, then you only get 20 minutes for that particular non-agenda item. With that, is there anybody here that wishes to address the board on any item that is not on tonight's agenda? Come on up. Come on down and step up to the podium, please.
Hi, my name is Magdalena Taliva'a.
Just before you start, I just want to remind everybody, underneath that monitor will be a camera, will be a timer. The cameras will be on you and the timer will be over there. So that's where you know. So go ahead.
Got it. My name is Magdalena Taliva'a. I'm here today to speak on the 504 plan in place for students. What has brought me here is not just the safety of my own child, but the safety of our children in the community that are on 504 plans. I don't believe that there is a plan of care in place for our students. And I know this from my own personal experiences. My daughter, who obviously is on a 504 plan, it's something new to her. She acquired something during COVID. And I've had a lot of problems with getting the support that she needs. And basically, that's what I wanted to go over. Some of the things are the teachers not understanding the 504 plan and what to look for. Also, identifying the students that are on a 504 plan that have a chronic disease and what they do. You know, I know that the teachers get it that work with the students. If they're in that class, they get it. but how else are they identifying these students? We've had problems with the resource officer, and I won't hold them accountable because I believe that if they got the proper training and support that they needed, they would also understand, they would know how to do it, how to handle any situations. For instance, again, my child who is on it because of diabetes, she went to a football game and she's actually a football player. They did not let her in with a bag after she said her medication was there. And she was basically had to put the bag in a car, which was on the other side, closer to where the pool is at Pacheco. If my daughter was to go hyperglycemic or hypoglycemic, what would they do? If her medication is there that she needs in the event of an emergency, I can't imagine that somebody would be able to get to that car and get back to my daughter in a timely manner, and those become concerns. Also, when I say a plan of care, I'm saying, for instance, she had acquired 5 years ago. This is the first time after talking to the nurse, Caesar, that he did actually come up with a plan of care for my daughter. Said that he was going to be working with all students to make sure there was a plan of care because it's about safety, keeping our kids safe. We don't want to sit here and wait for something to happen to say we should have nipped that, because it's their life that's at danger. And I'm sorry, I know I sound a little shaky, but these are big concerns for me with any kid. And because I am in the healthcare field myself, I understand and I know what questions to ask. I advocate for the elderly and also now students. And I believe I'm in my element. This is what I need to do. I'm just coming to the board humbly asking that we come up with a safe plan of care for our students. Also,
So your time is up. So let me ask you, have you talked to Mrs. Henry? Mr. Mraz? Oh, this is Mr. Mraz. Have you talked to Mr. Mraz about this?
no, I have not.
Okay.
The closest I've gotten has been in a 504 plan meeting where Caesar, one of the nurses, did attend. And that's where I was able to get some information.
So
So,
Mr. Mraz is sitting right over there. You might want to get his contact information, see if you can set up an appointment to meet with him and address your concerns. Mr. Mraz, can you also address the concern about bag at the football game, or should Dr. Sutton do that, or you're going to handle all that?
and I also, sorry, I know I have 3 minutes, but it's also letting the staff, the admin in general, letting them know what the plan of care is and how they identify, because there's also other incidents, and I will bring it up to him.
Yeah, so I think he'd be your person to contact, and he'll be able to help you out.
Okay,
All righty?
thank you.
Thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you.
All right, is anybody else that wishes to address the board?
She needs somebody to wait.
Right there.
She needs what? Translate. Okay. Thank you. Mr. Mraz.
Sorry.
It's okay. So, whenever we have a speaker, they have 3 minutes, but if they need an interpreter, they will get double that. So she will have 6 minutes because they'll be tag teaming on their percent. So, go ahead. Welcome. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Hilaria Jauregui. Tengo un hijo en la escuela Lorena Velasco y otro en Los Baños Junior High. Pertenezco al comité de padres abogando una nutrición saludable.
Okay, good evening. My name is ¿cómo se llama otra vez?
Hilaria.
Hilaria Jauregui. I am a parent of a student at Lorena Velasco School. And she actually belongs to a parent organization advocating for students in health. Salud de los estudiantes.
Nutrición saludable.
Nutrition for actually for kids.
Como ya saben, este comité se formó después de la pandemia, cuando nos dimos cuenta lo que nuestros hijos comían en las escuelas. Tenemos más de 600 firmas de padres que nos apoyan en la lucha por mejorar la nutrición.
This committee was actually formed after the pandemic, and the focus on the committee is actually to advocate for students to have healthier food. We have over 600 signatures from parents actually that are supporting us to create a system where we're going to be having a better, healthier food for our students.
Durante estos 6 años hemos logrado con el distrito escolar algunos avances, como por ejemplo reuniones por Zoom y en persona con el distrito de nutrición, el superintendente Dr. Marshall y otros.
During the past 6 years, we actually have made progress in working with the district through Zoom meetings and with the support of former Superintendent Marshall.
Logramos que se hicieran encuestas sobre el menú, cambios en el menú y que se active el comité de bienestar. Hicieron una presentación, los alimentos que ofrecen en las escuelas. Nos reunimos por Zoom con algunos miembros de la mesa escolar y asistimos a las reuniones de la junta escolar.
Okay, so some of the accomplishments that we've done, we actually have multiple Zoom meetings, and we were able to actually answer some surveys based on food. I don't have my glasses. ¿Que lo puede leer?
Oh.
Sorry. La última parte.
Los miembros de la mesa escolar y asistimos a las reuniones de la junta escolar.
Okay, so they also actually had meetings with the board of trustees. Mesa escolar, I don't know if it's actually a school, the school, and also la última parte.
Reuniones ya. No más por eso.
I can't read it. I don't have my glasses.
She has her
Les
glasses.
hicimos
Yeah.
And attending board meetings.
Okay, ¿cuál es la última parte?
Era hasta aquí. Ya.
Pues hicimos una presentación sobre ejemplos
Ejemplos,
de.
cambios que hicieron diferentes distritos.
Okay, they actually presented some of the examples of the changes that were actually made in the district with the food. Some of the changes that took place.
En el distrito escolar de Fresno, con 72,000 estudiantes, contrataron 9 chefs, crearon el app NutriLife, que es exclusiva para la nutrición, donde se puede ver a diario el menú escolar de cada escuela.
In Friendly Unified School District with 72,000 students, they actually contracted 9 chefs, and they provided nutritious actually food, and they were actually provided that information to the community.
Anexaron más comidas latinas debido al alto porcentaje de los estudiantes hispanos, etc.
Okay, they annexed more Latino food based on the high percentages of students that are Hispanic.
El distrito de Gastín, con 1,746 estudiantes, consiguieron $3 millones para construir un comedor para que las comidas de los estudiantes sean preparadas ahí mismo. Es comida fresca, no congelada, e incluso allí hornearán el pan que consumen.
Okay, so Gastin Unified with 1,246 students were able to apply for a grant. They got $3 million in order to establish or build cafeteria for students to prepare the food, fresh food.
El distrito escolar de Livingston, con 2,500 estudiantes, hicieron cambios del menú, ya que incrementaron más comidas latinas debido al alto porcentaje de estudiantes hispanos.
Livingston Unified with 2,500 students, they made some changes in the menu and included more Latino foods for the students, as they have a high percentage of Latino students.
Cambiaron la harina blanca por trigo y anexaron pozole y otras comidas al menú.
They changed bleach flour to wheat flour, which is more nutritious, and they also changed the menu.
En la reunión que tuvimos con Dr. Marshall y el director del Departamento de Nutrición en mayo del 2025, nos informaron sobre que tenían dos opciones para construir una cocina industrial para que hagan la comida para todo el distrito.
In a meeting that we had with Dr. Marshall and the director of nutrition, in May 2025, we were informed that there were basically two options to be able to,
Comida para todo el distrito.
okay. Dos opciones para nutrición, para que
Para
construyeran.
una cocina industrial.
Yeah, so to build actually an industrial kitchen for the district.
Una opción era la escuela Creekside y la otra era la escuela Grassland,
One option was Creekside, the other one was Grasslands,
ya que había mucho terreno para la construcción.
because they actually have plenty of land to build the cafeteria.
No quiso asegurarnos esto al 100% porque no sabía qué iba a pasar con los recortes que está haciendo la administración actual.
He did not promise anything as far as for sure because of some of the cuts that were going to be taking place in the district.
Dr. Marshall se movió de distrito y nuestro proyecto comenzará o seguirá con el nuevo superintendente. Nos venimos a presentar de nuevo con ustedes.
She's questioning, Dr. Marshall has left already. So this project, is it going to continue with the new superintendent?
Para que sepan que nuestro proyecto no ha muerto y que planeamos hacer un video corto de todo lo que hemos trabajado y logrado en estos años. Gracias por su atención.
She wants to ensure that we understand the project is still alive, and they will actually provide a video of some of the accomplishments they've done, so we're actually aware, and they wants to thank everybody for their attention.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Morales. All right. Anybody else? Good evening.
Good evening. Are these for the presenters?
Yes,
Awesome.
that'll be $14.95. No, you're at Disneyland. No,
Man.
Disneyland prices.
All right. So
Disneyland prices, right?
if it's okay with the board, I would like to introduce myself last because it is part of my closing statement.
Sure.
Awesome. Imagine a world where high school graduates actually know what they want to do and how to do it. Being so prepared that they can start a Fortune 500 company without the need for investors. One that prepares you to go through various assessments to build a roadmap that is specific to you, yet catered in a way that still allows you to manifest your thoughts and show your friends how fast you can make $1 billion. While this may seem like a fairy tale, 48% of 2024 and 2025 college graduates feel unprepared for entry-level jobs. And mom and pop businesses are still not lasting past a year for the same reasons. They run out of cash, the lack of knowledge in target marketing, or they try to grow too fast. Now, these realities present a chance to design a hybrid program for the critical decision-making years led by a platform that assesses skill sets to tailor a roadmap using modules such as entertainment, farming, and manufacturing, simulations, mini games, data-driven content, plus a wide array of features to help build profiles for employment or barter with local and remote companies that are already providing internships, mentoring, and workshops. Now, the hands-on side turns elective classes into student-led businesses, producing real goods and services with earnings reinvested by the district for startup grants to scale ventures and boost local jobs. All while all that's needed is a central makerspace and a marketplace to guide standout innovators. Now, unlike similar programs, this will align with California's CTE manufacturing and product development sector, emphasizing product innovation and design through hands-on, skill-building training for careers or higher education. Now, good evening, everyone. My name is Julian Kelly, founder and CEO of Marketing Fruit, and the endorsement of the Agri-Innovation Hub makes these words a reality. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Before I leave, I do have 20 seconds if there was any follow-up questions.
Eh,
Awesome. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you. Is there anybody else that wishes to address the board tonight on an item that is not on tonight's agenda? All right, seeing none, then we'll go ahead and go on to reports. We'll start with our student representative. Welcome,
I'm gonna start.
Ileana.
I'm gonna start with Los Banos High School's report. Los Banos High School continues to promote school spirit, student engagement, and community pride through our weekly student sections at athletic events. These theme sections encourage students to show support for their peers in a fun and spirited way by fostering unity across campus. In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the student section and crowd will be decked out in pink as we cheer on our girls' volleyball and football team and raise awareness for an important cause. This football game will feature a special tribute to breast cancer survivors in our community. Survivors will be honored on the field in a moment of recognition and support. Students, staff, and community members are invited to wear pink to show strength. Los Banos High School is excited to celebrate Homecoming Week from October 13th to 18th, 2025. This annual tradition encourages school spirit, student involvement, and community connection through themed activities. A spirited football game, and the much-anticipated homecoming dance. This year's dance theme is Carnival. Many staff and students always participate in fun activities and dress-up days throughout the week. We look forward to a successful and safe week of festivities and thank all staff and students who helped make this event possible. Los Banos High School continues to promote school spirit and student engagement and community pride through our weekly student sections at athletic events. These theme sections encourage students to show support for their peers in a fun and spirited way while fostering unity and across campus. In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the student section and crowd will be decked out in pink as we cheer on our girls' volleyball and football team. October 8th, our ASB were fortunate enough to attend our first Area C, one-day student conference at Matildas Torres High School in Madera. Our ASB students returned with renewed enthusiasm and new ideas to help for Spirit Weeks, rallies, and community events. Sports news. Tigers' gym floor is now complete and the bleachers will arrive in November. Fall sports have begun CCC League play. FFA news. La Los Banos FFA was honored to attend the recent honor flight homecoming at the Fresno Airport, welcoming veterans returning from service. This tradition began in 2016 when students witnessed an honor flight return during a leadership trip to Washington, D.C., inspiring advisors Jason, Jim, and Don Baker to support veterans. In 2017, the chapter launched its annual pasta drive-thru dinner, raising at least $20,000 each year except during COVID-19 and donating to Blue Star Moms since 2020. As of March 2025, Los Banos FFA has raised $180,000 for honor flight and $10,000 for Blue Star Moms, showing the chapter's strong commitment to honoring veterans. At the September 8th meeting, members contributed their global service by collecting 215 bottles of chewable vitamins for children in Guatemala. Each day, these donations are delivered by, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, a school where many children suffer from chronic malnutrition. Barcelo shared her gratitude and praised the chapter for teaching students the importance of giving back. This effort not only provides nutrition but also fosters companionship and global awareness among members. The Cotton judging team kicked off its season on September 27th at Pacheco High School, competing in a challenging contest and proudly representing their chapter. Results: A team, 3rd high team; B team, 5th and 3rd high team. Special congratulations to Miranda for placing 5th high individual on the B team. I'm now going to be reading Pacheco High Schools. Pacheco High School wants to proudly invite the entire Los Banos community to our 20th annual Multicultural Night on Tuesday, October 29, 2025, from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Multicultural Night is a student-led, voice-led, student-organized event that sponsors our community by showcasing cultures, connecting the community through an evening of performances, food, and cultural awareness experiences. We hope you can find the time to join us. Pacheco High School has also, under the MTSS initiatives, been continuing to strengthen its culture of recognition and engagement. In September, over 350 students with 96% or better attendance got the chance to celebrate a lunchtime treat and redeem PBIS points at the student store. We would like to recognize our staff members of the month. Our honorees for employing safety were Masters Carters, Mike Madrano, and Mr. Garcia, while our students of the month were Yarid and Sergio C. We also have our weekly Table Tuesdays and fun activities for students to foster connection and access on-site resources. Pacheco FFA has had a productive and competitive September and October. Pacheco hosted the Pacheco Cotton Contest with 17 schools from around the states coming to compete. Our A team and B teams won the contest, with Riley P. and Ruben C. being high scorers of individuals in their respective contests. The following weekend, the Cotton team went to compete, where they both placed second. Pacheco FFA took 45 students to the Charleston Fall Festival to help run their largest fundraiser of the year. On the topic of fundraisers, the Rib Dinner was a fantastic success, with over 800 dinners sold. Thank you to everyone who contributed and bought a ticket. Seniors also had the opportunity to tour Modesto Junior College, Merced College, and Cal Poly. This month, we are looking forward to more competitions and speaking events. Academic news. As we continue through the school, our academics has been strong and students have been excelling. We had a total of 155 juniors signed up for the PSAT and our SAT with 100 seniors. There will be many more workshops during the month of September, including Senior Parent Night, Counselor Tabling event during lunch, and Restorative Justice workshops, also including Bullying Prevention Lunch Activity, Mental Health Day Lunch Activity, Academic Success Workshop, PSAT, and Red Ribbon Week Roar. Athletic news. Our cross-country team had Jason Campos and Giselle breaking their own school records in cross-country, both recently setting new high scores and records at a weekend invitational. Our girls' tennis team, boys and girls' water polo, and girls' volleyball are now the top half of the league at the midway point, all fighting for a spot at a playoff. ASB news. Pacheco High School completed its annual homecoming week last week with a Mario Kart-themed week full of games, Spirit Dress-Up Days, a night rally, a parade with floats, football games, and a dance. The Panthers really showed their spirit, and while the football team game did not go as we hoped, students contributed to be Panther strong. We look forward to many events coming up. Make sure to follow our social media and updates. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Great job. Good job. Thank you much. All right, go home, do your homework, right? Great job. All right, next item, California School Employees Association. Do we have a report from them? Oh, seeing no one come forward. How about Los Banos Teachers Association? Hi, Jen.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to start my report by highlighting a few things that Los Banos Teachers Association have done in the community over the last few months to help give back and to ensure or to promote success amongst our students. Every year, we give out a number of high school scholarships to our graduating seniors from all of our high schools, and for students who are looking to pursue a career in education. So if you're one of those students, remember to cash your check, because we're closing out the books. Another thing that we do each year in the fall and in the spring is we participate in the street fair, where we hand out new books to all students anyone 18 and under can get a free new book that we are able to purchase through grants and donations. And we also have a large collection of used books where anyone in the community can come and take as many books as they would like. So we encourage you to do so. On October 17th, we will also be participating in the Neurodivergent Carnival that's being put on by local businesses, where we will be handing out used books again. And the Los Banos High School ASB tent or treat this year, we'll be handing out candy on October 25th, and the Pacheco High School multicultural event on October 29th, where we will be there with used books again. So we're looking forward to engaging our community in all of these ways. I would like to say thank you to the board. The teachers in Los Banos really appreciate the fact that we were included in the interview selection panel discussions with the superintendent search group. We were able to go in and speak with this search group for about an hour. We had about 15 to 20 teachers from TK through adult, representing all grade levels and job classifications, from special ed and SDC classes to intervention specialists, classroom teachers, a wide variety. And they all felt it was very important for their input to be heard. And it was a great opportunity. And I hope that you are able to take those comments and really put them to good use as you go forward with this search. And we hope to continue to be included. Also, as you know, on your agenda is the tentative agreement between the district and the association. When I was up here last month, I jokingly said, maybe we'll get a deal tomorrow. I don't know when the last time was. We actually had a deal before New Year's, let alone this early in the year. So as an association, we are very happy and appreciative that the district team was directed and able to come to the table to have actual heartfelt discussions about what's going on in our district and how things are affecting our teachers. We also look forward to continuing those discussions, as we will be on October 20th, to continue our discussions about special ed and how the impacts of staff shortages and funding cuts and all of the wonderful things that happen in special ed are affecting our members and our students. Because, as you know, once we get them, they're ours for a really long time. We keep them and they are our kids. So we want to make sure that we are doing the best job that we can. I urge you to pass the tentative agreement so we can get this puppy going. And then we've also been doing a lot of learning on things that are happening at our government level. You've all heard of Prop 55, which is what is hopefully going to be on the ballot next year. And we're hoping that the district is willing to partner with us, and that is an extension of the Prop 55 that is currently in place. And then we have Prop 50, which I understand is a divisive and controversial topic, but it's something that when you look at it through the lens of education, I hope you look at it very closely and make some decisions based on what is happening at the national level. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. All right, on to facilities report. Ms. Monday. Good evening.
Good evening, board members, Dr. Ritchie, and executive cabinet. I don't have a PowerPoint today, but I'm going to explain as best as I can where we are in our facilities projects. Volta modernization, let's just start right there. We are still currently working on the parking lot. We did not hit that date that we expected to hit. They're going to do the asphalt on 10/17 is the date now, and striping on Saturday the 18th, so the following Monday we should have access to the parking lot. We're crossing our fingers, and that is actually worst case scenario dates. We're hoping to be a few days ahead of all of that. And then we're going to slurry the current parking lot that we didn't, that's there, what we're using. We're going to slurry that during Thanksgiving break so we don't disrupt them anymore for their parking. So everybody will be happy to get that back. The admin building itself, we also have a revised schedule on that. The hollow metal door frames and doors themselves, there's a severe lead time issue with that, and they are not arriving until 10/27. So the contractor is having to weatherproof the building because we know weather's coming and they can't continue to work in there if it's open. So our revised completion date for the admin building, which the school site seems fine with that because that's not a huge disruption like the parking lot. The revised schedule on that is 12/12. Some of the things they've done, they've completed is the roof is complete, the rooftop units are set. They're working on condensation lines, rooftop ducting, and electrical, working on exposed conduits and preparing for pulling the wire. Drywall and tape, they've gone as far as they can without closing up the building. And the exterior flat work around and in front of the admin, they're going to shift to that as soon as the parking lot concrete is complete. We don't want to pull them off for that right now. So that is Volta. And we just really appreciate the school site, the parents, right? Everybody's disrupted for a long time, longer than they expected to be. So everybody's being great team players on and knowing that, it's kind of is out of our control. So the Early Education Center, our completion date of that is coming. It's November 11th. We're down to these last few weeks, so it's very exciting. They're working on the fire alarm system in the classrooms. They're completing the installation of the condensers. They're doing the flooring installation. They've already prepped the floors. They're completing the fencing and concrete and asphalt work, and then working on landscape and irrigation. That large lunch shelter, which was the last shade structure, has gone up. And they're working on the front entrance and remaining of the parking lot so we can get out of B Street, right? Because we have our temporary fence out there. So we're trying to get out of there. But that is all on track. There's should be no more hiccups on that one. The Los Banos Junior High School fire alarm is on schedule. That is expected to be complete January 2026. LED lighting, they're working at LFE for the next 2 to 3 weeks, and then that is actually the last school for that lighting project. Our FOT, EV, PV infrastructure, we haven't talked about that for a little while. That's just been waiting for PG&E. We wait, they schedule a date, we wait some more. So currently, we should have permission to operate for the solar in December. We're also doing 7 additional fast chargers for the buses we're going to be getting, and they're starting that work October 27th. So there'll be some work going on out there again. During that time, we're doing the permission to operate. Our contractor's going to bring us generators for our office and for our mechanic shop, so we will not be down for any reason because it will be 2 to 3 days that we won't have power. The Miano new restroom building, we opened bids 10/16. Tentative board award will be November meeting, and then we'll start with the heavy construction during that Thanksgiving week. And that is a 90-day project. The Los Banos High School modernization. So we're currently in the bidding process right now. We've had 2 mandatory bid walks. We had a great contractor turnout. We have an addendum which extended our bid date. We wanted to make sure our contract documents were as clear as possible, so we don't have changes, we don't have change orders, things like that. So we are scrubbing them as much as possible with our architect and our construction management team that's there. And we're moving the bid date to November 13th. The other work that's been completed at Los Banos High School, the Tiger Gym floor is installed. They're completing their punch list items tomorrow, which is the volleyball sleeves and then some touch-up items they needed to do. We're going to be installing the bleacher backing, which they have to cut into the wall and put those attachments up. So when they bring the bleachers, they're ready for that to attach them. And then we're also going to be replacing the failing basketball hoop winches. Unfortunately, somebody put them down and put them back up after we'd put our new floor in, and that leaked oil all over our new floor. And when I wiped that away, it had taken off the top finish, which I was devastated. However, that is behind our bleachers, so it won't show, but we really need to get those fixed because we don't want that leaking on our brand new floor. And that just happened. I don't know, the flooring people would not have put the floor in without leaking. So somebody went and moved those and they failed. So the interim housing at the high school modernization, that is 100% complete. They turned them over to me yesterday. There's a few punch list items we need to take care of. They gave me the keys. We're going to get keys made. Our IS department has some equipment to install in there. The district security, Hoffman, will be coming tomorrow to get those all secured and ready to move the students in and staff Thanksgiving break. We have storage tubs for them, labeled. They got 4 each. They should be delivered today or tomorrow. And they can start, this is for storage to put away, not to move to their new room. So we're starting that first phase of getting those teachers moved. Lofton Phase 3, the construction documents, and we're in the DSA approval process. So we have 100% construction documents, and the agency approvals, we're about 40% through that. So still a little way to go till we have some approved plans. And then just a couple more here. PHS new artificial turf baseball field, that is in the design process. We're about 75% complete with schematic design, and the construction window for that is June through September 2026. And then last but not least is our FRC. We have a DSA pre-application appointment meeting to discuss with them what it is they are going to require for us to do with that, since it's not really a school site, but it is a school site. And then with MCOE right there, one of their classrooms actually exits out into our area. So we're going to have to work closely with them. We're inviting them to that pre-application meeting so we can make sure we don't mess them up or anything for them. And then that's in schematic design. Construction window is January through June of 2026 on those. Any questions? Words are better, no picture notice.
No, but we noticed that you have, I don't know what, 7 or 8 change orders coming up.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Jeez. So you'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Anybody have anything? All right. Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Monday. We'll see you back in a couple of minutes. Community schools, Dr. Wheeler.
Just give us a minute. Okay, great. So September has been a whirlwind of activity with the liaisons at the school sites supporting students and families. We have also recently taken over McKinney-Vento program, so we are incorporating that into our support network in a more direct way. And the exciting thing that I get to mention is that we just onboarded 2 new social workers. One started yesterday, and one started a couple of weeks in September. And they are both at school sites, so we are taking a direct services model. They will be at given a caseload of school sites. These 2 that we have hired are elementary. And as I find more unicorns out there, so if you know of any PPS in social work, credentialed social workers, send them my way. We're still looking for the other 4 that we hope to find, so it'll just take a little bit of time. That's actually given me and the social workers an awesome opportunity to slowly onboard and build the process. And the schools have been super excited, and they are going to start seeing students very soon. So that's been an exciting, event for us to bring in 2 new team members. We also had quite a few events at schools that started happening in September and will continue happening through the remainder of this fall semester. Reading Heart is an organization out of Fresno, started by a young lady when she was 7 years old, and her goal is to get a book in every student's hand. And so they come out to the elementary schools and put on what they call a book party. And let me tell you, it was the funnest thing ever to see Mr. Hicks at Lorena Velasco covered in confetti. Along with that, we have a program called Success Together that is also from Fresno area, but they come out here. So they're going to every elementary school and bringing, for the fall, it is what they call family learning nights. So each school gets one night a month. So they're here 2 nights a week, pretty much, for the whole fall. And they will be bringing, I talked about this last year last spring, where they did volcanoes, and they were able to make volcanoes together as a family and have dinner. They are bringing back the volcanoes, but they get to do other ones as well. So some nights, I believe one of the schools had the magnet night where they got to learn about magnets and how that works, and then get to take an activity home. And then we also have another program that is starting at each of the schools called Parenting Partners. And that has been so well received. The parents come and each school gets to design it the way that works best for their school. Some of them have them during the day, some of them have them at night. Some have an English class, and then later in the week they have a Spanish class. So there are a variety of different ways that they do it depending on what the school needs. And this is an effort to bring parents in and help. They work together to learn how to partner with the school to be proactive and involved in their child's education. So I have a video to show you that will show you some of blips of each of those activities. So let's see. There we go. And every child leaves there with a book. So those are just a little clip of what is happening, and that will be ongoing, and we'll be offering other, Success Together has other programs that they'll be bringing, as well as Parenting Partners, and we're growing that. The idea is that as the parents come in and are part of it, that perhaps in the spring they want to become a facilitator, and they'll actually help teach classes as well. So it's kind of a snowball effect with that. And the last thing I want to share with everybody is to make sure to come out on October 25th, Saturday, to the Ag and Sports Complex up on Mercy Springs Road. We are partnering with the Parks and Rec Department as well as Binational of California, and we'll all be out there. There'll be a maze, there'll be a costume contest, so everybody's encouraged to dress up. There'll be pumpkin painting as well as Dia de los Muertos arts and crafts. There'll be raffle prizes. There's going to be a costume contest. There's going to be so much going on. And we'll also be having a health fair out there. So Camarena will be out there, as well as many of our other partners that have come out for our events in the past. So they've been doing this event every year, but by partnering with them, we're making it bigger. So because we're making it bigger and the parking isn't so great out there anyway, we're hoping to work with a charter company to do a park and ride. So Becky at Pacheco, Principal Becky, has been so kind as to allow us to have people park there. And then once we have confirmed with the charter company, we will have like a park and ride so that people will be able to park there, and then we'll take them out. So that is our goal at this point. We're working on that. But because it's new, it takes some time to get things going. But that's our goal. So we're really excited. We're all going to be out there, and we hope to see you as well. Oh, from 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Thank you. I should probably, so dress in layers, because
I won't be here, I'll be in Italy.
all day, no.
She's offering her house for us to park.
For us, not.
Oh, darn it, no.
I'll be there, Jessica.
Great. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was very good.
Great.
All right, we appreciate it. No other questions? No? Okay, all right. On to item F, which is the superintendent's report. Dr. Ritchie.
Good evening. So we have a few things to, I have a few things to share tonight, but first thing that I'd like to do is just, once again, express condolences to the families of current and former staff who passed away this last month. There was some sad moments this month, and it's always tough when you lose former staff members, but also when the current ones go. And so I appreciate all the members of the schools who've been affected and the way they reached out to the families. And it just shows the community that we have in Los Banos and how we rally around one another. So that being said, some of the things for this month, today the state released the CASP results for the 24-25 school year. As a district, we increased in ELA by 2% for the percentage of students who met or exceeded standards, and increased in 1% for students that met or exceeded standards in mathematics. I know this may not seem like much, but actually it's pretty significant. And you think of the number of students involved, and also significant in terms of the fact that this is now several years running that we have had increases, and that's something that we should rightfully celebrate. Dr. Sutton will give a presentation on the CASP results in November, as they just came out today. So in November, he'll give a more detailed presentation regarding this. Some other things to highlight. Mercy Springs Elementary earned the gold level recognition from the California PBIS state recognition system. This is actually a pretty incredible honor. There's only only one category higher than gold, which is platinum. And Mercy Springs has been a silver level school for years. This year they applied for the gold level and they were awarded it. It recognizes just the hard work that the entire school and staff have put together to create these systems support to encourage positive behavior for students. And Mercy Springs is really a leader in our district for that in that regards. Grasslands Elementary has also been honored by Solution Tree, which is a company we work with to provide training and support for professional learning communities. They were honored as a school with the Evidence of Excellence recognition for the implementation of PLCs and their continued academic support and improvement. And what this recognition includes is a write-up on the Solution Tree website describing Grasslands and all the things that they've accomplished and all the work that they've put in. So kudos to them. Another recognition for us this month was that last week I was contacted by a representative from the Education Magazine, and he shared that their publication is preparing a special edition titled The 10 Most Admired School Districts 2026, and wanted to include Los Banos Unified as one of those districts. I'm not going to lie, I was surprised. I mean, I think we're amazing, but it's not always something that everyone else recognizes. And they would like to highlight our community school program, as well as Pacheco High School's recent U.S. News and World Report Best High School Ranking, and Grassland Elementary's Distinguished School Recognition, among other items. And finally, I've been through lots of classrooms in the past month, and it's when school's back in session, when things are going, we're now a couple months in the school, there's nothing better than watching teaching and learning and seeing students in the classroom with their teachers and seeing all the work that our teachers put in, all of our classified employees to support that learning. It's been rewarding. It's been wonderful to see, and that's my report.
Thank you very much. On to board member reports. Let's, Ms. Gattuso, go ahead and start tonight.
I started last time.
Oh, you did you?
Yes.
You want to go last this time then?
Yeah, because.
Does it really matter?
Oh, no, it doesn't. I was just going to say stuff that you guys have all gone to, so. Yeah, I'll keep it short. I had a great time at a couple of events at Volta at Miss Polini's class. She had glow games, and it was like so fun, and the whole room was lit up with, black. I mean, she had everything covered in black, and then she used glow sticks and things, and we did games with the kids, and I know some of the board members also went. So it was really cool, and to watch, she did a review is what the game was that we were doing, but it was still a fun game for the kids. So that was really great. I got to go to the BMX inspirational assembly at Creekside. Very fun watching the BMXers like jump and go all over the place, and the kids absolutely loved it. They went crazy for the bike riders. Also today at Creekside, I just stepped in really quickly to the Avid Leaders training. Very cool to see collaboration of different school districts. So that was very, very nice to see. And then the last thing was I stepped into the restorative justice at Los Banos Junior High, which that's where my heart is, restorative justice. And at the end of the day, they had a dance. My granddaughter's there now, so I asked her if I could dance with her, but she kind of told me no, so I had to skip out. But I mean, just straight up no. But thank you. And if any of you have school events that you'd like us to come to, please just email us, and we always try our best to come to your events. So thank you.
Okay. Mr. Lieb.
Great. So I went to a few events. First one was the Charleston Fall Festival Sunday, and the Parents Club put it on. It was awesome to see all the people and all the kids out there having a great time, and all the inflatables and face painting and arm painting now. And so the one thing that was missing was the dunk take from last year. So they didn't have a dunk take this year. So Principal Lou Reese was off the hook. So I did have a chat with him, and he knows that next year it's going to be different. So they're bringing back the dunk tank next year. So it's always nice to see Lou Reese getting dunked. The other one I went to yesterday was the ABC Boot Camp Fashion Show at Miano. So the second year I've gone to that. Kindergarteners decorating their bags, like Save Mart brown bags, and turning them into vests, and parading down the red carpet. And it was something that I wish that I would have learned my ABCs in that way. So that was pretty cool. I too went to the BMX assembly. Mr. Lawrence was there. I was hoping that he would be on a bike, but he wasn't. I'm an Evel Knievel fan, so whenever I hear about things flying in the air, I want to be there and see that. So it was awesome to see that. And then the last thing is that there are a number of secondary students in our district that are currently creating ceramic bowls in ceramic classes in our school, and those bowls will be used for the Empty Bowls event that will be put on November 6th between 5 and 7 at the Art Center, which is located on the corner of 5th and K Street. It's the 13th annual Empty Bowls event, whereby people come and enjoy a bowl of soup and bread donated by 15 area restaurants, and at the end of the dinner, the person gets a ceramic bowl created by a student, or adults, community members can make bowls as well. And the proceeds are used to help feed the hungry in Los Banos. So it's a win-win for everyone, and it's a wonderful event. So hopefully you would want to come out and take part. And that is my report. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Go on to Ms. Moran, Dr. Moran.
Thank you. It'll be super short. One of our core values is community. So when I heard Jennifer say all the amazing things, it made me think of the earlier email with Pacheco's multicultural night coming up on the 29th. So excited. Something that you all don't know is that at the college, we started doing Global Diversity Day. So this upcoming year is our second time that we're actually copying from Pacheco. So not only am I looking forward to attending Pacheco's, they totally have blown it out of the house. So major kudos out to them. I know Los Banos High also does. I just haven't attended that one, putting full disclosure. But our Global Diversity at the college is October 23rd, 10 to 12. I know it's during the daytime, but I often get questions, can we visit the camp? Obviously, it's open to the community. Again, it's fostering that connection between campus here and college-going mentality. So anybody in the community that is open during those times is welcome to attend as well. But definitely looking forward to attending Pacheco's Multicultural Night. So thank you, and I'll see you there.
All right, thank you. On to Mr. Castro.
I have no report tonight. Thank
No
you.
report. All right, Ms. Valdeo.
One of our core values is commitment, and I see 3 young ladies in the back who are, I think, are they all student teachers? Or just you, Teresa? They're aspiring to be educators in our district, and I'm just excited to see that they're making the commitment to be here and sit through a board meeting, because it is part of what they're learning in college. I know that. So I appreciate that they're here. I know that I've heard that we have 12 student teachers in our district this year. That's wonderful. Thank you for getting me that information, that are working in our district, because it's so nice to see locals come and student teach in our district, which then they get jobs and become our next educators. So it's always nice to see. So Teresa, nice to see you here.
All right, thank you. Ms. Smith.
Good evening. Let's see, I attended the BMX, just like a few board members did, and the only thing I missed from that was seeing Mr. Lawrence, because he didn't ride, but he had some great presenters there, and it was absolutely amazing. The biggest takeaway for me was the engagement of the students. The students loved it, and I think that was worth having them there and having the invitations out there to see those students really, really receive that event. I also went to the fashion show. It was packed full of parents at Miano. I heard a familiar voice. I won't say it was Vanna White, but it was our own Dana presenting and calling the kids out by name and with their alphabets on. It was something I had never seen before, but it was really, really welcoming. I hadn't been in that Miano cafeteria since my kids were there, so it was much smaller than I thought it was. But it was chock full of kids, and it was nice to see Dana do that. And she's a kindergarten teacher, she said, and she still has it. She can still do it. I also stopped in today to the collaboration that was over at Creekside for the AVID program. They had admin staff from throughout the valley, as far as Monterey County and as far as Fresno the other way, and throughout the valley. And it was nice to see Los Banos host that. It was really nice to see that being hosted here. I had never had the opportunity to be an AVID student, but I had a nephew that was on the AVID poster when it first came out about 40 years ago. So I had to call them up and say, hey, Deshaun, you're on they're here. So it was really nice to see that collaboration. And it's just wonderful of all the things that are going on in our district. A lot of things are happening here with all the construction, with all the programs that are being offered throughout the district. It's really, really amazing. And now that I am retired, I've been over at Creekside probably way too much, but they are always welcoming. They always say, come on in. It's really nice to be able to get involved with the city and get out there and do things. So thank you for those invitations. So, yeah, like Lori says, keep them coming. We love it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. And normally I could say ditto, because I probably have done everything, but I can't tonight. The only thing I did was that Mrs. Polini's out at Volta with her fun black light thing. That was the only thing I got to do, because I had so many other things going on. And unfortunately, I'm going to miss a lot of stuff that's coming up, like Diversity Day and some of the other stuff that's going on in the school for the next month. My life is kind of going crazy right now. So my apologies for not being at things, but life goes on. But anyway, that, and just to reiterate what Dr. Ritchie said, our hearts go out to the families of the staff and that we have lost. It's been a terrible tragedy for us. All right, let's move on here. On to a new business. Item A, Resolution 48-25, continued funding application for fiscal year 26-27 for the district's preschool program. Ms. Rocha, good evening.
Good evening, board. And so every year I come to you and bring you this. So every year we have to do our continued funding application with the state to make sure that we continue to get our funding and that we continue with the agreement with the school district through the state of California to continue with our preschool. And then also the authorized signers, which is myself, Dr. Ritchie, and Tony Henry, that were authorized to sign for any important documents.
All right, any questions? Need a motion, please? Got a motion by Member Moran, seconded by Member Gattuso to adopt the Resolution 48-25. It's a roll call vote. Nanette, please.
Mr. Castro? Yes. Mrs. Gattuso?
Yes.
Mr. Lieb?
Yes.
Dr. Moran?
Yes.
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Valadeo?
Yes.
Mr. Pereira?
Yes. Passes unanimously. Thank you, Nanette. On to item B, the 25-26 LCAP.
Good evening, Board. This is an information item, just bringing to your attention that this past month we received the approval of the Merced County Office of Education for our 2025-26 Los Banos Unified School District LCAP and budget. This is something that the process, the LCAP is approved by the board in June, and then it goes through a process with the County Office of Ed as they review it, and they provide recommendations for refinement, and then they ultimately you'll either approve it and say that it can be uploaded to the state, or they will provide the district with corrective actions to take place. And I can happily report that the Merced County Superintendent of Schools approved our LCAP and budget for this school year.
Any questions, comments? All right, thank you, Dr. Ritchie. On to item C, the tentative agreement between the Los Banos Unified School District and the Los Banos Teachers Association. Dr. Calzadias.
It is recommended the board hold a public hearing and ratify the negotiated agreement between the Los Banos Unified School District and the Los Banos Teachers Association.
All right. Any comments or questions? I have one. One of the things I noticed, and I don't know if it just got missed or whatever, was the extension of the contract, because the contract, every copy I found, expired in June of 25. So normally you, in your negotiations, you would extend your contract for 3 years, or how many ever, well, you can do a maximum of 3 years, and it wasn't done. So we don't have, the contract is in force if you don't, it continues on until it's ratified or it's changed. But I know you're meeting in.
We meet again on October 20th.
So you may want to add that and get the contracted updated.
We can do that.
Okay. Other than that, I have, not that really it pertains to this, but obviously it's not on it in front of us tonight, but I just thought I'd bring that up. Might be something you want to take care of.
Thank you.
With that, comments or questions?
That speaks to another error, Anthony, that update, date not being there, the date for the extension not being on there. But everything that I know about a tentative agreement, the board has some input about it. According to Ed Code, when before a tentative agreement is reached, the negotiations go back and forth. The board has some input if it's outside parameters that were set. This tentative agreement was way outside of the parameters we set for the bonuses, and therefore, in my opinion, it was done inappropriately. I wholeheartedly believe that teachers in this district deserve a bonus, but the way this was done, it excluded the board, it took away our power. There was communication with one board member. Somebody didn't understand something, and he said yes, and this went through. As a board member, this board is a member of 7 individuals. We didn't get an opportunity to find out what the impact of the district is going to cost the district, or where the money was coming from prior to that tentative agreement being made. So to walk this back now would be probably worse than it would be if it went forward. But me within myself can't see how we as a board can vote this through. It was rushed through so fast, trying to get this done in a fast manner, and it did, but it bypassed something very important. It bypassed the extension update, and it bypassed 6 board members. I'm not sure how that happened, but take a look at Ed Code. You'll see for yourself. This is actually probably bordering on a Brown Act violation, because it was out in the community that this is going to happen. I heard about it on Friday morning, by 8 o'clock in the morning, 3 hours away in another state, that this passed and this happened. And I just think that for reference, for me, I can't support this because it wasn't done properly. My power as a board member was taken. I'm sure I wouldn't have had a problem giving this bonus if I hadn't known the impact of the district. It's going to be a huge impact to the district. And we didn't know that prior to this. And I don't think it's fair for us to vote for something that we had no knowledge of prior to this arrangement being made. So there's a process here, and you can look at EdCode, and you can look it up for yourself. As a matter of fact, I can give you the number if you want to take a look at it. But just take a look at EdCode 35010. It will tell you what the process is for a tentative agreement. Once that agreement is talked about, you can't set a figure and say, this is what we're going to give you, without us being on board with that. And that didn't happen. That didn't happen. So I know you guys were excited about how rapid it happened, but a big piece was missed. It didn't allow us to have input. It didn't allow us to say how much it's going to cost the district, where's the money coming from? It didn't allow us to do that. So while we're rejoicing on how fast this happened, a huge piece was missed. In my opinion, it's inappropriate. It needs to go back to the drawing board. And then you miss an update. So there's a few problems with this whole tentative agreement. I think you need to take it back to the board, take it back to your organizations, and you guys need to work this out again. But I don't know what the board's going to decide to do. But for me, I can't vote for that.
All right. Any other comments or questions? All right. Seeing none, we're going to open the public hearing at 8:15. Is there anybody that wishes to come forward and address the board on this item? All right. Seeing no one come forward, we'll close the public hearing at 8:15. All right. With that, I need to know what you want to do by a motion.
I'll make a motion to pass the tentative agreement.
I'll second it.
We got a motion by Member Valadeo, seconded by Member Lieb to ratify the agreement with the Los Spanish Teachers Association, the Los Spanish Unified School District. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. It passes 6-1.
Thank you.
All right, on to item D, the initial bargaining proposal for the California School Employees Association and its Los Spanish chapter number 92 CSCA and the Los Spanish Unified School District. Dr. Calzadias.
It is recommended that the board accept the initial bargaining proposal submitted by the California School Employees Association in its Los Spanish chapter number 92 CSEA. Board acceptance of the proposal will follow a public hearing.
All right. With that, we'll open the public hearing at 8:17. Anybody wish to comment on this initial bargaining proposal? Seeing no one come forward, we'll close at 8:17. And comments, questions from the board? If not, I need a motion, please. We have a motion by Member Member Gattuso, seconded by Member Moran, to approve the initial bargaining proposal with the local CSEA Chapter 92 and the Los Spanish Unified School District. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? And it's passed unanimously.
Thank you.
On to item E, initial bargaining proposal, Los Spanish Unified School District and the California School Employees Association's Los Spanish Chapter number 92. Dr. Calzadias.
It is recommended that the board accept the initial bargaining proposal submitted by the Los Spanish Unified School District for the 25-26 bargaining cycle. Board acceptance of the proposal will follow a public hearing.
Just for clarification, it wasn't a repeat. The previous one we just voted on was the initial bargaining proposal by CSEA,
Right.
and this is the initial bargaining proposal of the district to CSEA. So it sounds like we're repeating. We are, but it's flip-flopped. So with that, 8:18, I'll open the public hearing for comment on the initial bargaining proposal from the district to our classified employees. All right, seeing no one come forward, we'll close the public hearing at 8:18. With that, comments, questions from the board? Motion, please. We have a motion by Member Castro, seconded by Member Gattuso, to approve the initial bargaining proposal from Los Spanish Unified School District and Los Spanish CSTA Chapter number 92. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? It's carried unanimously.
Thank you.
Item F, board policy updates. Dr. Lee.
It's recommend the board declares intent to adopt the following. BP 3512, equipment.
All right. Comments or questions? All right. Yeah, we like these short ones. There's an 18 of them. Yeah. All right. Motion, please, then.
So moved. Second.
All right, we have a motion by member Valadeo, seconded by member Lieb to declare our intent to adopt board policy 3512. It will be coming back to us for the final approval at next month's meeting, but right now we're just declaring our intent to adopt this. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried unanimously. On to item G. Ms. Mundy will be here for a while. Item G is a change order number 1 and number 2 for Tarleton and Son for Los Banos High School modernization.
It is recommended that the Board of Trustees approve change order number 1 and change order number 2 with Tarleton and Son for the construction of Los Banos High School modernization. And it is a credit change order.
I know. It's
$248,000, look at that.
Yeah, but if you read the fine print, it also said it'll be coming back in another form where we'll be spending that $214,000. So
you were supposed
let's
to
not do
read
the happy
that.
dance here. We can do a happy dance, but we'll be spending it.
Some of it was removal of scope, some of it was just credit, so.
Yeah. All right. So with that, comments or questions? Motion, please.
I move that we approve change orders number 1 and 2. Second.
We got a motion by member Gattuso, seconded by member Moran, to approve change orders number 1 and 2 for Tarleton and Son for the Los Banos High School modernization project. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? It's carried unanimously. On to item H, change order number 1 for the AFM Environmental for the Los Banos High School modernization.
It is recommended that the Board of Trustees approve change order number 1 with AFM Environmental Incorporated for the construction of Los Banos High School modernization, also a credit change order.
We like this.
I don't get to say that very often.
No, usually never. Comments or questions? All right, seeing none, need a motion, please.
I'll make a motion.
We got a motion by member Valadeo, seconded by a member Moran, to approve change order number 1, AFM Environmental for the Los Banos High School modernization. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried unanimously. On to item I, change order number 1, American Modular Systems for the Pacheco High School CTEG project.
It is recommended that the Board of Trustees approve change order number 1 with American Modular Systems Incorporated for the construction of Pacheco High School CTIG classroom project.
Comments, questions? Motion?
I move that we approve change order. I'll second it.
We got a motion by member Gattuso, seconded by member Valadeo, to approve change order number 1 with American Modular Systems for the Pacheco High School CTEG classroom project. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? It's carried unanimously. On to item J, change order numbers 1 through 7 for TBS contractors for the Pacheco High School CTEG project.
It is recommended that the Board of Trustees approve change orders 1 through 7 with TBS Incorporated for the construction of Pacheco High School CTIG classroom project.
Comments, questions? Motion? We got a motion by member Smith, seconded by member Gattuso, to approve change orders numbers 1 through 7 with TBS Incorporated contractors for the Pacheco High School CTEG classroom project. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's carried unanimously. On item K, change order number 1, is it KYA or KYA services?
Kaya.
Kaya for
Services.
the Volta Elementary School modernization project.
It is recommended that the Board of Trustees approve change order number 1 with Kaya Services LLC for the construction of Volta Elementary School modernization project.
All right, Again, comments or questions? Motion, please.
Second.
We got a motion by Member Castro, seconded by Member Moran, to approve the change order number 1 with Kaya Services for the Volta Elementary School Modernization Project. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? That carries unanimously. Change order number 3, TBS contractors for the Early Education Center project.
It is recommended that the Board of Trustees approve change order number 3 with TBS Contractors Incorporated for the construction of the Early Education Center project.
Again, comments or questions? All right, going on to a motion then. We got a motion by Member Valadeo, seconded by Member Gattuso, to approve change order number 3 with TBS Contractors for the Early Education Center project. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? And it is carried unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. On to item M, which is yearly physical education exemption. Dr. Sutton.
Good evening, Board. If you'll recall, last year we had to go through an FPM compliance review. And while we cleared all the issues we had to clear back then, one of the things we were advised that under Ed Code, every year 11th and 12th grade comprehensive high school students have to be offered a elective physical education course. And so we've solved that problem and done what we need to do to remediate that. But one of the other issues that came up was, in doing so, we also each year had to bring a list of students from both high schools that have chosen not to take a physical education course and present them to you for essentially approval. Perfunctory, but that is what we're doing here. So it is recommended that the board approve the exemption of 11th grade and 12th grade physical education students at Los Banos High School and Pacheco High School for the 25-26 school year.
All right, comments or questions? Motion. Got a motion by Member Moran, seconded by Member Gattuso, to approve the yearly physical education exemption list. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? And it's carried unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you.
On to item 10, the consent calendar. And are there any pulls on the consent calendar tonight? All right, without any pulls, then we'll need to have a motion to approve the consent calendar as listed.
So moved.
We got a motion by Member Lieb, seconded by Member Castro, to approve the consent calendar as listed. It is a roll call vote. Nanette, please.
Mr. Castro?
Yes.
Mrs. Gattuso?
Yes.
Mr. Lieb?
Yes.
Dr. Moran?
Yes.
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Valadeo?
Yes.
Mr. Pereira?
Yes, item passes unanimously. Okay, reporting closed session action. Before we do that, Mr. Mraz, could you come up here? I need to get a clarification here. All right, just getting some clarification on some closed session action items. The first action item that we took action on was in closed session, number 1, parental request for early graduation for a Los Banos High School student. That item was approved. Motion was by Mr. Lieb, seconded by Ms. Smith. It was 5 yeses, no nos. There were 2 absent, which was Castro and Moran. Item number 2, student discipline case number 5520633 is going to be tabled until a future action will be at a future board meeting, so that there will be no action on item number 2. Item number 4, liability claim against the district. The action was denied. Motion by Valadeo, seconded by Gattuso. There were 7 yeses, no nos, and no absence on that one. On item number 5, the litigation settlement. Remember, there was a case that was added that does not have a case number. First action was on case number 202-508-0379, and the action was to approve that settlement. Motion was by Valadeo, seconded by Castro. There were 7 yeses and no nos and no absences. The other litigation settlement was one without a case number, and that one was also approved. Motion by Moran, seconded by Lieb. There were 7 yeses and no nos and no absences. And that was reporting out of closed session. On to item 12, which is discussion, information, and future agenda items. Anyone have anything? All right, seeing none, the next item is closed session, but we finished everything that we needed to do, and so we are adjourned now at 8:32. Thank you all for being here, and drive home safely. Good night.